Hey guys, it's Liam Holmes. I am an exchange student here in the US from Australia, and I thought I'd make a video about advice and some questions I've been asked by exchange students, and here I am. And I just had one of those awkward moments when I thought the camera was recording, and I talked to it for about probably 10 minutes, and turned around to go see that the camera wasn't recording. So yeah, that's annoying. And I'm wearing my Australia top right now, which I've done for the first time in a while. I think it's a bit patriotic, but I love to represent where I'm from. Um, anyway, yeah. So I was talking to Aaliyah, who is actually has been a friend of mine for a while now. I met her before I came to the US because I thought I was going to Texas, but turned out that I wasn't the one going to Texas, that someone else was. So, but we still remain talking, and she's a really awesome person, and she will make a really great exchange student in Taiwan on August. So, for her, Taiwan wasn't her first preference, and actually really wasn't a choice of hers, which I believe most of kids didn't really choose Taiwan. I think Taiwan's not very popular to choose. I'm not sure why, because they offered Taiwan for the first time last year in my district when we were choosing our countries, and no one chose Taiwan. So, sorry, I don't know. I mean, personally, if I got Taiwan, I wouldn't really mind, but I really don't know why Taiwan's not really chosen. I mean, I don't even know why I didn't choose Taiwan. I guess it's just other countries we all prefer. So, it kind of sucks not getting any of your preferences, because you probably feel a little anxious and scared and sad. I mean, one of my friends got Hungary, was not on her list, and she wasn't sure whether to be happy or sad about it at first, but she's having a blast over there. So wherever you guys go, you guys are going to have an incredible time. So do not worry if you didn't get any of your preferences, because every country is unique and going to have a great experience. Okay, so Aaliyah asked me some questions which I think I should probably answer for all exchange students out there. So she asked me what's it like to fly over by yourself. I had 3 flights to come over to Albuquerque. The first flight I flew with 5 other exchange students. 4 of them were coming to the US and 1 was coming to Canada. Now originally we were meant to fly with 21 other exchange students from Auckland, New Zealand, but we had a really big delay from Melbourne, 7-hour delay. Our airplane wasn't working, so we missed their flight, so we got a later flight with them. And then from LA to Albuquerque I flew by myself. But through the whole immigration check-in and everything, you all do that by yourself. For those who have never traveled overseas before, it might seem a little scary at first. A friend of mine who's in the US on exchange had never been overseas before. He was a little anxious to go through immigration and passport control on his own, but you know what, it's really not that scary. Nearly everywhere you go, it's not that bad. I know here in the US they scan your fingerprints and take a photo of your face, which they certainly don't do in Australia, and not to any other places I've been to. So that might startle people, but it's perfectly normal. Another question I got asked was I just got asked if there's any more advice, which I will give, and I will give some advice. Certainly learn some basic sentences before you go abroad, because that will really help. I mean, you may not realize it now, but it'll certainly help when you arrive. I actually was fortunate enough to go overseas on my own before exchange. I went to the Philippines on my own when I was 13, 14. It was in the middle of my birthday, and I flew over by myself, and I'll admit I was really nervous on the airplane, because everyone that surrounded me was speaking Tagalog, which is the language of the Philippines, and flight attendants were speaking Tagalog. And when I got to Manila Airport, they were all speaking Tagalog in the airport, and it's just like, wow, it feels like I'm in a completely different world. And even though my grandpa is from Australia and spoke English, when I explored the area, like the city on my own, which I was staying in, um, basic things like where's the restroom, where is the local bus, where is this certain shop, I wouldn't be able to say because I had no clue. And there's, I say there's probably more, there is quite a few amount of English speaking Filipinos, but a lot of them aren't as well at the same time, especially out in small cities like Baguio, which I went to for a couple of days. There was like literally, I did not hear English at all whatsoever in that city since I was there. So yeah, I would certainly just learn some basic sentences that will probably help you along the way, because even though I don't have the language problem here apart from ordering food at a restaurant or something like that, I certainly know the experience from the Philippines. Also, a couple of you are a bit worried about the guarantee form being sent back from your host country. I literally got mine a month before I went on exchange, and my counselors in Australia were actually worried that I might have to delay my exchange because it was taking so long. So you guys have a long time to go, so don't panic because yeah, I literally got it December and I went on exchange in January, so it takes time and you'll eventually get it. And also Aaliyah asked me, is it possible for your country to change even though you've been told that you're going somewhere? It is definitely possible. No one from my district went through that. I didn't go through that. But I do know of kids and other friends who have been told they're going somewhere and they got changed about a month after or so. So don't worry about it because it's not too common, but if it is quite possible to happen. And I'm sorry, I actually have a lot of homework to do right now. Finals are coming up, so teachers are giving out a lot of work. If you have any more questions, please comment on this video and I will answer them in the next video. And I hope you guys are going well, and don't stress out about all the paperwork and stuff because you still got a while to go. And I hope everything's okay. Take care, and I've either posted or going to post another video tonight on my channel. So please click on my channel below, subscribe if you have a channel. I really appreciate it, and yeah, take care. Alright, see you guys.